Everyone, so this is going to be an update on both my girls. I haven't done an update on my girls in a really long time, and so I thought I would do one so that you guys would be up to par on what's going on in our lives. Ella is 4.5 now, and when we went to her 4-year appointment back in March, she was, I think, 25 pounds, and I can't remember how tall she was, 35 inches. So she was super tiny. And she's still on her medicine, the Periactin, which kind of helps her have an appetite and to eat, because she just doesn't have one. I think, like, if you would let her, she wouldn't eat all day long. She would eat M&Ms. She loves candies and sweets, and snacks. She loves snacking. Like, she's this kind of child who, I guess, likes to eat like 6 times a day. So anyways, but now it is the month of November now. She is weighing in at 28 pounds, and she's 37 inches tall. And we recently went to Disney World, and she was able to ride almost all the rides except for the ones that were like 40 inches and 38 inches. She was very close to 38 inches, so I'm figuring she's like around 37 and a half, 37 3/4. I don't know. It's hard to measure her, so we usually like just do that at the doctor's office because it's hard to measure her here. Anyways, she's climbing down now. She is out of school today, and when I say school, she's actually at a Montessori school, so she's not like in a public school or anything like that just yet. She's like kind of like in the pre-K, I guess, program. She is with kids who are 2 years old and 9 months to 6 years old, so they have a mixture of ages in the class. And they kind of go off the same schedule as like what the public schools go off as far as like being off and everything. So she's off today. And come here, Ella.
What?
Here she is. Okay. So as you can see, her hair has definitely gotten longer, and I'm able to put bows in it, and it's just been really fun. But of course, like, she only lets me do it on certain days. So today was a day that she like let me do it. Wave to him. Can you wave? Wave. Anyway, so she's doing great in school. She knows how to write her letters and her numbers. They're going to be working with her on reading and basic math skills like addition. And so yeah, so that's what they're going to be doing in the next couple weeks. She does have a workbook that she does at school, and they said that she's been doing great with that. She knows how to write every single letter, and we had a parent-teacher conference today, and they said that she was a very bright child, a little advanced for her age. So anyways, she has had, when she was 17 months old, I think it was, she had tubes in her ears, and last month she had a really bad ear infection, and in the right ear, because her left ear still has the tube. But in her right ear, she had a really bad ear infection, and she had blood oozing out, and she had pus coming out as well for like a week or 2 at least. We tried 2 different antibiotics, and then we had to go to an eardrop antibiotic, which kind of cleared it up. And they actually did a culture on her ear to see like what was going on, why it wasn't clearing up. And the doctor said that she had a small hole from the ear tube. So I'm a little worried about that, because they said if it does not heal, then they will have to put like a patch on her ear, and I think it's like, I don't know if it's like a skin graft or what it is that they put in there, but they put something in there to like cover the hole up so it'll heal, I guess. And then in her, is your left, Ella? Left ear, her left ear still has the tube. So if the tube has not fallen out by her 5-year appointment, they want to surgically remove it. They gave us some tips on how to get it to come out. I think it's like a half water, half hydrogen peroxide concoction that we can put in her ear to make the tube come out. So they tried to remove it in the doctor's office a couple weeks ago, and she just was not having that. So they did not do that. They did not pursue to get it out, because she screamed. She loves books, as she always has. She loves to read. For me to read to her. She can't read just yet. They'll be working with her. She does know most of her sounds. I think they said except for Q and U. And as far as like what size clothes she's wearing like a 3T right now. She's almost 5, and she's wearing 3 teeth. So she's just a teeny tiny little girl. And I think really that's about it on her. She, I think, has like an average size foot. She's an 8, but I don't know. Maybe that some kids are bigger than that. I don't know. But, you know, with her being in the Montessori school and having all the different age groups with her, like, she's not the smallest one. And she's probably, I mean, she's one of the smallest kids, but she's not the smallest one because they have kids there that are like 2 years and 9 months. So anyways, but that is really about it on Ella. She can, they even said on her, like when we went to parent teacher conference, they said that she could be stubborn at times. I thought that was pretty funny. She's like that here too. Like if you ask her to do something, sometimes she doesn't want to do it and she'll say no. I think that's just like kind of what the average kid does anyways. What is that book? Are you showing that book to everybody? 5 Little Ladybugs? Yeah. So, but yeah. And she usually does what she's told, and we don't have to do too many timeouts or anything like that, so. Yeah. Oh, is that where you pinched your finger today? Yeah. You pinched your finger on the duck trash can, didn't you? Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. And she talks up a storm now, like there's not a word she doesn't know, of course. And she has, you know, conversations, and ever since going to the Montessori school, I've noticed that her language is a lot more mature. She's a lot more mature now that she's going there. But yeah, some of the things she says, it's just like, where did you get that from? And it's like so advanced for her age, it seems like, to me, I guess. What, baby? You see the turtle?
You see ladybugs.
Ladybugs. How many ladybugs? Count the ladybugs. 4 ladybugs. That's right. So we'll go on to Hannah now. Hannah is now 16 months old, right? Ella. How old is Hannah?
16.
16 months old, but how old is she?
Wow.
Just 1. Her and Ella were playing like great, and now they are starting to get some sibling rivalries. I can't say that word. Anyways, but they're starting to like fight and argue over toys now. So we have to remember to share with Hannah with our toys, right, Ella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bugs.
They have like, you know, separate toy bins. Like this one's Hannah's bin and this one's Ella's bin. But she had her 15-month appointment last month, and she was 17. I think she was 17 pounds and something. 17 pounds and some ounces, and she was 29 inches long. Which, for Ella at that age, she was a lot smaller. So I think Hannah's going to be a little bit bigger than what Ella is. Just by her measurements right now. Ella wasn't even that tall until she was 21 months old. So, what are you doing, Ella? Hannah is in a size like 12 months to 18 months, and she's in like a size 3 diaper. She's super teeny too, and her foot is super teeny. We just bought her first pair of shoes, which is a size 3. And she's now walking really well. She did start walking. Ella was 14 months old when she walked, and Hannah was like 15 months. But she's just now gotten steady on her feet and prefers to walk at 16 months old. So we finally got her some shoes because she moved from the baby room to the toddler room, and they require shoes there because they do go outside and they play and whatnot. So anyway, so she prefers not to have shoes on. We did buy her the shoes over the weekend, and she was quite upset when we put the shoes on her, but then she got used to them, so now she's okay. The Ni Hao Kai Lan book. Yeah, that's a noisy book, isn't it? And she says about 4 or 5 words, which I remember Ella, she said more words at that age than what Hannah does, but, you know, every kid is different, so. She says uh-oh, and she says mama and dada and Ella, and she points to things and says this. If she wants something, she'll point at it and say this. which I don't remember Ella doing. She started to use a spoon a little bit too, and Ella didn't use a spoon until a little later, so they're different in that aspect as well. We still have her in a crib, whereas with Ella, we took her out of the crib at 15 or 16 months. Yes. 16 months or something like that. We took her out of the crib and put her in a toddler bed because she just hated her crib and wouldn't sleep in it. She would just scream at night, and so we just moved her from the crib to the toddler bed. With Hannah, we still have her in the crib, and she does fine in her crib, so I'm not going to take her out until probably a little bit older. I don't know. She's probably going to be my last baby, and I want to keep her a baby as long as I can. She is definitely, as far as like her personality and everything, she, compared to Ella, she does not like to be wet or dirty. So I'm hoping she'll potty train sooner than what Ella did. Ella didn't pee in the potty until she was 2.5, and she was 3.5 when she was fully potty trained. Pooping, peeing, and sleeping the night without wetting the bed. Which I know it takes some time, but I'm hoping Hannah will be a little quicker than that. And as far as personality, like I was saying, she is a little bit more active than what Ella was. Ella's more of a laid-back child than she is. She's into everything, and she climbs on everything, and she gets into everything. It's really hard to leave her in the room by herself because she'll get into just about anything. And then she eats stuff off the floor. Like, she eats pretzels and snacks and stuff that are dropped on the floor. She'll try to eat off the floor. She did get a piece of dog food one day. Ella did the same thing when she was her age as well. Which is kind of gross. We don't eat dog food, do we? We don't eat dog food, do we? No.
Yucky.
Yucky, yucky, yucky. It's yucky. And then Hannah got tubes actually last month at 15 months old. I think I posted some videos on YouTube of that on the day she got her tubes. And she did great afterwards, and she was having more ear infections than what Ella was. She was having them every month. I think she had an ear infection every month this year. They started when she was 3 months old. I hope you guys heard that. The ear infection started at 3 months old with Hannah. And they would come like every other month, but then in January, that's when it started. Like every single month, she was having an ear infection. And so even over the summer, they tried to see if maybe she would not have them over the summer, and she still did. So at that point, we were like, let's just go ahead and do the tubes, because I hated her being on so many antibiotics all the time. Like, she was on 3 different ones, but sometimes one would not clear that one up, so she'd have to go on the next one, and it was just a mess. So I said no, I didn't want to be doing any more antibiotics. I just wanted to put the tubes in, and the tubes did fine with Ella, of course, but now she's got some issues going on. But at least they cleared the ear infections. So she hasn't had an ear infection since, knock on wood. And both of them have colds right now, so I'm hoping that Ella does not get an ear infection, because usually that's when she would get an ear infection, when she didn't have the tubes. So I've heard of kids having to have tubes twice, but I definitely don't want that to happen to poor Ella. Sorry for all the noisy toys. We have a lot of noisy toys, and we have a lot of toys just to begin with. I don't know if I'm even going to ask for toys for Christmas, because we just have so many. I don't think they need them. They need clothes more than toys. So anyways, back to Hannah. She's walking now, like I was saying, but for a while she preferred to scoot. And she still will scoot at times as well, but we had thought that she wasn't walking because of her ear infections and the equilibrium being off, because all the fluid in her ears. And they even did a test where it said that her in the ear canal there was like a lot of fluid. So at that point we decided to do the tubes as well. So. But now she's good, and she, like I said, she has a cold right now, but hoping that those ear tubes are working well for her, because I haven't seen any like drainage coming out of her ears, because that's usually when you can tell they have an ear infection with tubes, is that they have drainage coming out of their ears. So she hasn't had any of that, but she is teething. She's got about 14 teeth now. She got teeth faster than Ella did. Ella got 8 teeth at once, but she had 2 teeth up until she was like 13 or 14 months old, and then she all of a sudden cut all these 8 teeth. With Hannah, she's gradually cut teeth, and she's got like the first year molars, and then she's got 4 front teeth and 4 bottom teeth. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then she's got 2 teeth at the bottom, I think it is, to make the 14 teeth. But I counted them the other day, which is really hard on a 16-month-old who's as active as she is to count her teeth. She keeps us busy, so. Anyways, but that she's been, with the cold and the teething mixed together, she has been keeping us awake. She gets up just about every 2 to 3 hours, like a newborn. And sometimes she is consolable, and sometimes she's not. So I will be definitely glad when she finishes up her teething. I'm seeing how many minutes I'm going here. But really, I think that's about it for her. I don't want to go too long on this video. It's already at 16 minutes, and I wanted to put like a couple of pictures in here so you guys can see them in their Halloween costumes, and just a couple pictures that I've taken throughout the year that I have not posted on here and done updates on. So if you guys have any questions for me, let me know and post them below. Thanks for watching.